is going on YouTube? It's your boy Dan, aka aDrive. But guys, our week 4 matchup here for WBE. The St. Louis Rampardos are taking on Coach FeintAttacks and the Atlanta Umbreons in an epic week 4 matchup, guys. If you guys are hyped for this battle, show some love on that like button down below, and definitely make sure you guys subscribe. If you guys don't know, we still have St. Louis Rampardos plushies on pre-order, a few of the grunge t-shirts, and plenty of other merch in the description below, and that's where you can find my opponent's channel as well. Quick question today is, what is your favorite dragon type Pokemon? We will almost certainly be facing a Kyurem Black in this battle. Mine is definitely Salamence, but let me know down below. I was hoping that Crimson Seabat and Deathly I Am would be joining us, but I think they're still sleeping, and maybe they'll roam in here while I'm battling. I don't know, but it's all good either way. If they do, it'll be fun. But the last 2 times I faced Christian, I 6-0'd him and he 6-0'd me. So some pretty crazy stuff over the last couple times we've played. So I don't know what's gonna happen in this match, but I did prepare and I did do a team builder, so you guys can check that out in the description below. And without further ado, let me get connected to Christian and let's have some fun. Alright guys, we are connected here with Christian. Let's find out exactly what he's going to be bringing. I'm definitely expecting the Kyurem Black, the Celesteela, and the Mega Gardevoir. I think we're going to see Darmanitan, Suicune, and then probably Roserade, Miltank, or Gligar in that last slot would be my best guess. All of them have kind of weird matchups against me, so I'm not quite sure which preference. I think ultimately, like, I would prefer he doesn't bring Darmanitan, because I think that that's going to be kind of annoying to deal with, as I don't have the best defensive responses to it, aside from maybe like Porygon and Rotom and things like that. But I mean, I do have Heatran as well with Flash Fire, but I'm just like nervous about dealing with a Scarf Darmanitan. But let's see what he's gonna bring here. He is going to bring a couple different things, actually, a lot of different things. I'm not sure if I should be happy or not, but he brings Electabuzz, which I'm cool with, because again, I did bring my little, whatchamacallit, he didn't bring Darmanitan, he brought Mudsdale. So all of that looks pretty decent to me. I mean, Mudsdale could be pretty annoying, but pretty surprised to see some of the stuff he brought. He brought Mudsdale, no Darmanitan, brought Electabuzz instead. And again, I'm very glad that I brought Tabubulu now, because I almost didn't bring Tabubulu because of Celesteela. I do want to check one thing really quick with Electabuzz. It is, for some reason, why did I think Electabuzz had Volt Absorb or something? I guess I just totally misunderstood that. But in terms of lead matchups here, I have to be very cautious about how I approach the lead Kyurem Black here. If he were to try to lead that, he could also try to lead something like Scarf Electabuzz. I love Nihilego in this matchup. Nihilego can really rip through him, aside from the Assault Vest potential Mudsdale, but it's not the end of the world. I can still whittle it down. So I like Heatran as a lead here because it's Scarfed. It could put a huge dent into Kyurem, although that could bring in the Suicune. I liked Rotom as a lead, but then I have to deal with potential Mudsdale lead, but I think Rotom is still a pretty good lead in this matchup, so I think I'm going to lead Rotom here. That was kind of what I was leaning towards initially, and without the Darmanitan, Rotom's usefulness isn't as important. And the nice thing about Rotom is, oh, Tyler's sitting on the couch behind me and I didn't even notice. When did you sneak in here?
Just came in.
The nice thing about Rotom is I don't have to like rely on it as heavily because he doesn't have the Darmanitan. So he doesn't have a dedicated lead for this matchup, and he also does not have Stealth Rocks in his team. A couple of things to note there that I think are really important. So, but either way, this is going to be a tough battle. He's got a great team. He hasn't done too well this season, but he made some serious strides of progress in UCL Season 2, so those are some things to keep in mind. So I'm definitely going to have to get on top of my game here and make sure, I make some really good plays going into this match. But let's see what he's going to lead with. He's going to lead with Ingenium here, which is the Celesteela, so this is a great lead start for me. I do have the freedom to simply Volt Switch here, and he really can't go into his Mudsdale. I mean, he can, but like, Mudsdale really can't touch me, so I have 2 options. I can simply Volt Switch for momentum here, assuming he makes a switch into something like Kyurem or something like Electabuzz, or I can Hydro Pump, or simply Thunderbolt, one of the 2. So I have a couple different options. I think if I Volt Switch, that could give me a free switch into my Heatran, which isn't too bad. That could allow me to set up Stealth Rocks, which could be nice for this matchup, because I threaten him out with a Fire type move. I really don't think Celesteela is doing much to me other than going for like a Giga Drain, which I know it does get. So I think I'm just going to go for the safe Volt Switch here early on. If he wants to go Mudsdale, that's totally fine because he has to fear the potential Hydro Pump, and Mudsdale really can't do anything to me aside from like a Rock Slide or something like that. So a Volt Switch here seems pretty good. I'm not sure what he was expecting me to lead with, but he's going to switch out. Will he go into the Electabuzz? He goes into the Electabuzz. So we're going to get some intel on this Electabuzz super early in this game, which is really nice. And I get a nice little Volt Switch off here, and that really does nothing, which leads me to believe that this could be a more defensive, like, kind of assault vest Electabuzz. But let me just take a look at what I should have oh, he could be Eviolite, actually. That would probably make sense. I would say that that's probably an Eviolite Electabuzz. So, some good intel there. Electabuzz does get a few different moves that could potentially hurt Heatran here. So Heatran probably isn't my best play, but I do like the potential of going into, I mean, I think Electabuzz's attack stat isn't nearly as good. Yeah, like, this gives me an opportunity to go into El Toro, but that brings Celesteela back in, which I don't want to do. I can go Hard Drive here and go for a Toxic on something, which could be nice. That could bring Celesteela back in, but I don't really see what Celesteela does to Hard Drive, so that's not a terrible idea. I can also go Reaper here, but he could be Choice Scarfed. So I don't want to take a Volt Switch just yet. So I think I'm going to go Hard Drive here. I don't want to bait the Celesteela in if I can avoid it. I don't know if he's going to expect a Toxic here. So I think my best play, I'll find out what his ability is here. It's probably Vital Spirit. It's Static, actually. Okay, so that's good to know that he has got Static. I think I just go for a Toxic, and I know that could bring the Celesteela in, but I'm really not super concerned about it. I'm gonna go for the Toxic because I think getting a Toxic off on something is more valuable here. He may go Kyurem to try to set up a substitute. He may also go, Celesteela as kind of a middle safe play here, but I think we're gonna see a Volt Switch here. We also may get Toxic ourselves. But just in case he is not Choice Scarf, I mean, maybe I should have went Absol and just went for a knockoff, but I don't want to take the damage on Absol just yet because it's super early in this match. So I think going for a Toxic here is a pretty safe, kind of like middle ground play. And if he goes Celesteela, I do have the ability to Thunderbolt him, which isn't bad. Like, I'm not going to do a tremendous amount, but his recovery is going to be Leech Seed. So as long as I keep the Celesteela from getting Beast Boost, it's like not a huge deal. And I know that, you know, I could freely Volt Switch out. So with Rotom. So he's gonna just Volt Switch, so I'm not surprised to see that. This should really do pretty pitiful damage, and it does. So we see the Volt Switch. Again, I do think that's an Eviolite Electabuzz at this point in the match, but it's kind of hard to tell. I think it is. So hopefully he goes like Kyurem here and I get a Toxic off, but he goes right back into his Celesteela, so that's okay. Now here's an interesting situation. I can't Toxic him, but what I can do is, I mean, he can really not touch me aside from go for a Leech Seed. So I think I'm just going to Thunderbolt here and try to get some intel on what this Celesteela wants to do in this match. I don't really think it's going to be, like, I don't know offensively what it can do aside from Toxic me. And if it Toxics me, like, that's definitely annoying, but I want to get more intel on this thing, and I don't want to, like, switch out, because Rotom gets Toxic either way. Like, I don't want to go into Rotom and have that get Toxic too, so, like, it's kind of hit or miss. But I need to weaken this thing, because once this thing is weakened, then not only does Bulu have a field day against his team, like Bulu really rips his team to pieces. Not only does Bulu have a field day, but he's going to actually double out and go into Todoroki, maybe predicting a switch, and it's going to be his Kyurem Black. So that almost certainly tells me that this is a substitute variant of Kyurem Black. Almost certainly does. And I could use a Para here. He's leftovers. Okay, so this is what I was really worried about. Was a substitute Kyurem Black. So what I need to do here is I think I need to go into something that is my least useful member of the team, because I'm going to need to be able to break a substitute here. So I think I actually have to go into Balrog and start clicking Flash Cannons. I think that's what I'm going to have to do here, because I think he's going to click substitute, and I'm going to need to, like, really play around substitute Kyurem, because this is going to be a problem all game. So he goes for the substitute. Yeah, I had a feeling he was going to be substitute Kyurem Black. Okay, so he likely has Earth Power. I know that he's going to have Earth Power, but if I can at least break his substitute, that gives me a free switch into my Absol. So I'm going to Flash Cannon, and I'm probably going to lose my Heatran here. But at the very least, I break his substitute. So, you know, so far, the only Scarfer he potentially has is the Electabuzz. So it's unfortunate that I didn't predict that double out with the Celesteela, but now I have a better idea. I had a feeling he was going to try to lure my Porygon in for that Kyurem earlier. So I get a Flash Cannon off. This will definitely break his substitute. If he's carrying the Earth Power, which I'm almost certainly sure he is, he will be able to knock us out here. He's likely carrying Earth Power, a Dragon move, and an Ice move. Ice Beam, probably. He does go for the Earth Power, and that is going to knock out our Heatran. So Kyurem kills. Oh, wow. No, Sir Bob. How did Heatran live that? How did Heatran live that? I am blown away that Heatran lived that hit. Okay. So he almost certainly has to switch out here into something like Suicune. That's pretty crazy. I'm assuming he knows I'm Scarfed. I pretty much have to Flash Cannon here, because I can't allow him to set up a sub, so I know it's pretty obvious, but I'm just going to Flash Cannon again. That was crazy. I can't believe that. So he may go Suicune here. This is going to be really tough. I'm going to have to figure out how to break down his walls here, which can get me into Rotom. Rotom gets free Volt Switches at least. I just can't let him get the Kyurem in to set up substitutes. I feel like my switch out is really obvious. Like, he probably thinks I switch out here. I can't believe we lived that, actually. Which leads me to believe he's, like, physically offensive. Wow, I just am blown away that we lived that. It's a 4-time super effective hit from a pretty powerful Pokemon. I'll take it, though. I'll take it, though. He's got to know I'm Scarfed. I don't see why he wouldn't just switch. Yeah, he does switch, likely in a Suicune. He goes into Gyro, which is probably Suicune. No, he goes into Electabuzz. Okay. So the beautiful thing is I get to keep my Heatran here, which is pretty nice. But he's pretty free to Volt Switch now, and that's kind of scary. But I think I have to go into, on the Volt Switch, I think I have to go into El Toro, or I just let him Volt Switch and kill me for momentum. But I still think keeping this thing around is worth it now that it's alive. I think going into El Toro isn't a bad idea, because he won't be able to one-shot me with Ice Beam with his Kyurem, and I could potentially lure him into false sense of security by going for Superpower, although he will be faster than me and be able to, yeah, he will be faster than me, so I have to make a tough decision here. Do I think it's worth keeping this thing around? Because if he Volt Switches and I go into Porygon, that gives him momentum again. If he, like, how do I avoid him getting momentum here? I can go Nihilego, which probably brings in Mudsdale. I can go El Toro, which brings in Kyurem, and he likely just substitute. He may not substitute. I'm gonna go El Toro here. I'm gonna go El Toro here. I think he's just gonna Volt Switch. Yeah, I think he's just gonna Volt Switch. So I'll get the Grassy Terrain up. I think he's gonna Volt Switch. It makes a lot of sense. Yeah, he just goes to the Volt Switch. Okay. I'll get most of that back with Grassy Surge, and he either goes Celesteela or Kyurem here. He either goes Celesteela or Kyurem. I actually would rather see Kyurem, because he's gonna feel like he can Ice Beam me, and I could definitely live it. And if I can get a Superpower off and knock out the Kyurem, that just makes Porygon's life so much easier in this match. If he goes Celesteela, then I have to make a switch out. I go Rotom, and then I start like Volt Switching, I guess is what I'd have to do. But what I need to do is I need to get Absol in so I can knock off on something, whether it's the Electabuzz or anything. I just need to be able to Mega Evolve and then click knock off on something. That's going to be pretty important, because Electabuzz won't one-shot. He'd have to Focus Blast to one-shot Absol, and even if I get rid of its Eviolite, it'll be worth it. So Eviolite, Electabuzz, leftovers, Kyurem. He's gonna go Celesteela. Okay, so I cannot touch this thing. So I have to go Rotom here and then Volt Switch and try to gain momentum. So I don't know if he's gonna predict that, but I'm gonna go Rotom here 100%. If he goes Kyurem, I don't think he would just go Kyurem. I don't think he would double the Kyurem here. If he does, I'm in a really tough spot though, because then I'll have to sack off my Heatran. Yeah, I would have to sack off Heatran, which I'm not too stoked about doing now that it's like still alive, because I think it has a lot of utility in this match still. I feel like he's gonna stay in an attack here. I don't know if he would switch, like pull a double again, because Celesteela like totally walls Bulu, but I could have Nature's Madness. I don't want to take a Heavy Slam, so I have to switch here. How do I get around this core, man? This Celesteela Kyurem Black is so tough. It's so tough, but once one piece falls, then the rest of them will fall. And honestly, like, Nihilego rips through this team. He brought the Mudsdale for Nihilego, which was a really smart decision, but that'll get worn down too, you know? Like Bulu, Rotom Wash, and like knock off from Absol, like Intoxicate with Porygon. Like, we have ways to get around that. and now his default switch into Porygon is going to be Celesteela now because of Toxic, and I can always Thunderbolt that, and like I can just Toxic, thinking he's going to switch out. You know what I mean? So I have some options there. He's really thinking about this play. If he goes Kyurem here, dude. Okay, so I should be faster anyway. So I just hope he doesn't go Kyurem here. Let's see if he attacks. He goes for the Heavy Slam. Okay. Cool. That shouldn't do much. Okay. I get my leftovers back. Okay, so this gives me a free Volt Switch, which is definitely my play. Definitely my play to Volt Switch here. Yep, we're gonna just Volt Switch. Because he probably goes Electabuzz. And this gives me an opportunity to go into Absol now. Or it gives me an opportunity to go into Heatran and click Fire Blast too, which isn't like the worst idea in the world. But I think going into Mega Absol and clicking Knockoff is going to be super important, even if I have to deal with Electabuzz. Because like I know Electabuzz will probably be able to knock me out, but I think just getting a knockoff on something is worth it. I'm really surprised he brought the team he brought though. Yeah, knockoff does a tremendous amount, even with Eviolite. So, because Electabuzz is pretty frail. So I think I Volt Switch here and get myself into Absol. I doubt he stays in with Celesteela. Like, it really makes a lot of sense for him to go to Electabuzz, I think. Electabuzz has been a pretty safe switch in, or even Kyurem would be a safe switch in. But I think he goes Electabuzz. If he stays in, that's going to be kind of tricky, because then I have to like figure out what to send in. I probably have to go Porygon, and then Toxic, and just like continuously Toxic until he shows me that he's going to do something other than, you know. He's going to switch out, so I will get a Volt Switch off, unless he goes to Mudsdale. He goes to Mount Lady, which is going to be the Mudsdale. Okay, surprisingly he goes Mudsdale here. Little surprised to see that. Little surprised to see that. I don't really know what Mudsdale is going to do to me. So part of me wants to just Volt Switch again, because he doesn't want to take a Hydro Pump. So I think I'm just going to Volt Switch again. I don't really think this... I mean, I'm assuming he's Assault Vest. So he's also fearing a potential burn here too. So I'm a little surprised he went Mudsdale. But he's got to worry about a Will-O-Wisp here, and he's also got to worry about a Hydro Pump. And I think even Assault Vest, he's going to switch out. Okay, so I'm getting my Volt Switch off that I wanted. And he goes Todoroki, which is going to be what? That's the Kyurem. This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted right here. This was the situation I wanted. He's been trying to get his Kyurem in so he can set up substitutes against me, and we've just thwarted that attempt. So Absol against Kyurem should be able to knock him out at this range, or pretty darn close. Superpower to 76 to 90. I think I have to go... Okay, let me think about this play. I think I have to go... I can also go Balrog and set up Stealth Rocks, which like wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. But I think I go Reaper here. And Knockoff doesn't do... he's leftovers. Let me make it. Knockoff doesn't do too much, but Superpower one-shots him. Would he predict the Superpower? I mean, Superpower hits like everything on his team, like at least okay. The other option is going Nihilego and clicking Power Gem, which would definitely knock him out. Yeah, Power Gem definitely knocks him out, but how much does that do to Mudsdale? Like probably not a ton. Yeah, like not a ton, and I'm assuming he's leftovers. Or Assault Vest. I think I go Reaper here and I Mega Evolve. And I threaten him out with a potential Superpower. I don't know if he's going to expect Superpower, if he thinks I'll one-shot him or what, but he's in range for Superpower, so I think that's my play. He's close in range. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, it looks like he's in range, but... So we have to make a prediction here. We're going to Mega Evolve. Do I Superpower and go for the knockout, or do I knock off and go for the switch? He could also fear potential Play Rough, but he probably thinks... I think I Superpower. The thing that makes me nervous about going for Superpower here is the fact that he probably has bulk investment, so Superpower probably doesn't kill. But I think I have to Superpower here because I need to weaken this thing. If he goes Mudsdale, it's not the end of the world. His best switch in a Superpower right now is probably Celesteela. He could easily go Celesteela here, which does give me an opportunity to potentially Fire Blast and knock out the Celesteela after the Fire Blast. Let me see how much Celestial is taking from his superpower. Like 30%, Fire Blast doing like another 40. It's at full, so I don't think that's gonna work unless he's like not bulky. I think I'm gonna go for the superpower here. There's a good chance he switches. He is gonna switch, so knockoff was the better play, but and he goes into Coda, which is gonna be what? The Suicune. Okay, a little surprised to see him go Suicune here, but that's not the worst thing in the world because I can actually hit him with a superpower and then I can just go for a knockoff here. And I don't think Suicune is gonna one-shot me with anything. Like, he's not gonna one-shot me with Scald. Yeah, he does like 50%. And if I get burned, then that's the risk we're gonna take here. But I think weakening this Suicune here is gonna be worth it and getting rid of his potential leftovers. Let's see if he's got leftovers or not. That's gonna be what, grassy terrain. So he gets his HP restored, and then we don't see an item. Okay. I'm definitely leaning towards knocking off again, though. I think I'm just gonna knock off. I think I'll live. I mean, I'm definitely gonna live a Scald. So I think getting rid of whatever item this thing has is worth it because he could be like a Calm Mindset, and I don't want to deal with that. His team is so bulky, dude. This is such a hard team to like break down. He can't roar me, he can't toxic me, he can't do any of that. All he can do is Scald here and Calm Mind. So I realize my knockoff is reduced power, but I have a feeling he could potentially switch out here too. So like predicting like Bulu or something, or he just stays in his Scalds. Like, I'm not sure, but I am weakening his team slowly. It's just really tricky. I think I need to set Stealth Rocks though for Kyurem. I think I need to set Stealth Rocks for Kyurem, to be honest. Because I gotta figure out some way to break through his defensive core right now, which is very, very challenging. Very, very challenging. So I'm gonna have to start making some plays. That's why I'm going for knockoff here. Because he likely thinks I switch, so he may Scald, but I think the Rotom / Bulu switch in is pretty likely, so he may be a little less hesitant. He's gonna switch out, so I'm gonna give free knockoff on something. I don't think he goes Gardevoir here. He goes Todoroki, which is what? That's the Kyurem Black. Sweet, so I just knocked off its leftovers. That's huge. That's huge. I just knocked off its leftovers, which really reduces this thing's ability to, you know, function against me. And now I get to Superpower again, and I don't think Superpower kills, but it definitely puts him in a range where, like, it could definitely put him in a tough spot. Do I double knockoff here? Does he think Superpower kills? I cannot allow this thing to set up a substitute. I just can't let him set up a substitute. I'm sitting at -1 now. He doesn't have an item. At -1 Superpower still does 50 to 60. I feel like a Superpower. He's got to still fear Superpower here. I'm gonna knock off. He's got to fear Superpower still. I need to like start getting rid of items and stuff. And like that was huge to be able to weaken him down to the point where he like his substitute isn't nearly as effective now because he can't recover the health back. So as much as I want a Superpower here, he's gonna switch out. Sweet, I get another knockoff off. And he goes into Coda, that's the Suicune. So I get the Suicune's item gone too, whatever it was. This is really good. This is like, that was a really good 3 turns for us. We just knocked off 2 items on his team. I know this isn't gonna do a lot, but I get rid of his item. He didn't have an item, he's Steelium Z. He's gotta be Steelium Z. That's his way of dealing with Tapu Bulu. What move does he get that's Steel? What move does Suicune get that steals? Iron Tail? I don't think it Flash hit him. What does he get that Steel? Corkscrew Crash on Iron Head, Iron Tail. Okay, so he's Steelium Z. Now we know. Okay, good news. I pretty much go Voltergeist here and Volt Switch this time. If he goes into Kyurem, it's not the end of the world. Because Kyurem is getting weakened, and I have the Heatran around to potentially break the substitute to allow Absol to come back in and hit him hard. So we know he's Steelium Z. He's sitting at about 65%. Electabuzz sitting at about 90. Kyurem adds about 60. Kyurem, no item. Suicune is Steel Z. Okay. What do you think he's gonna do?
I'm mind blown. The amount of effort you're putting in right now.
This is a tough match though. Like, he's got such a good team. His team, like, it's so bulky. So what I need to do to be able to win this match is I need to slowly whittle his team down. And like, I know how to win this match, but it's very, very tough to be able to weaken his team enough to do what I need to do. So he's gonna double out. Does he go Kyurem again? He just keeps pulling his Kyurem card. That's the Kyurem. Dude, he just really goes hard Kyurem like every time.
Well, it's gotta be his bulkiest mon, right?
Yeah, this thing is really hard for me to take down. So he can threaten me with potential Earth Power here. I think I go hard Heatran and sack Heatran here, guys. Because then I at least can threaten him with Fire Blast or Flash Cannon, and I don't think it's like the most super useful Pokemon. He could Earth Power here, so I could lose Heatran, but I don't want to allow him to set up a substitute. And I need to start getting Nihilego in, and I need to start hitting Power Gems and stuff. I have to weaken this. I don't think Hydro Pump is going to break a substitute, so I think I have to either do one of two things. I have to switch out and sack off Heatran, or yeah, Hydro Pump's definitely not breaking a substitute. Okay, so if he substitutes here, and I Volt Switch out, it's no big deal. If he stays in, goes for Earth Power, I am going to take like half damage, but then I get Heatran in for free, and then I can Flash Cannon. If I switch into Heatran, he substitutes, it's the same situation. So I think not taking the damage on Rotom is more important. I'm going into Heatran here. If he knocks me out with Heatran, it's fine, but I'm just going to go Heatran. That's why if he sets up a substitute, I can at least break the sub, and if he just attacks, then I can go Absol. He goes for substitute. Okay, so we have to break his substitute. But he's getting weakened. He's almost at the point where he's not going to be able to set up more substitutes. So I simply Flash Cannon here. He's going to knock us out with Earth Power, but I at least get rid of his substitute, and he's sitting at about 35%. Once this thing goes down, Porygon 2, like, walls his entire team, I think. So, well, aside from Celesteela. So he's going to knock us out here. So I just need to weaken this thing, and he's almost in range for me to not, yeah, he's going to Earth Power. Okay, so the first death of the math. So Kyurem kills Heatran with Earth Power. Okay, so we lose our Heatran. Okay, so now I think we just simply go Reaper here, and I think I click... He doesn't have an item anymore, so I don't think Knockoff does enough at this range. It's like super close whether it kills without him having an item. So I think I still go Knockoff though, because he looks like he's really close in range. Like Superpower definitely kills, Fire Blast isn't going to kill. I think Knockoff is the play. He's going to expect the Superpower. He could go Suicune though. My other option is going Nihilego here and trying to just threaten him out. But that baits in Mudsdale. I don't think that's the right play. I'm gonna go Reaper, guys. I'm gonna click Knockoff. He's gonna probably go Suicune again, but we're at the point now where the Kyurem can't just keep setting up substitutes. So, like, that's the good news. Do I just knock off? I'm gonna knock off. I think it could kill. It may not. It's gonna be a damage roll. It's 31 to 37. Looks like he's sitting at around 32-ish. So, I think he's probably bulk invested, but he likely just goes Suicune again. That seems to be his like default switch into my Absol, and I'm pretty sure he's keeping his Kyurem around because he realizes just how threatening this thing is. So I'm pretty sure he's gonna keep Kyurem around, but he's only got one sub left, and I don't think he has room for Roost on his set. I don't want to allow him to Roost, so pretty sure he just safely goes Suicune here.
Yeah, because I feel like once you knock that out, like it's the gateway to knocking out everything else.
Yeah, once Kyurem's gone, then I have the ability, like Porygon 2 beats his entire team, except for him hitting 2 Focus Blasts with Gardevoir. So I need to just get this thing out of the way, and then he has no switch-ins to Toxic Stalling. So, except for Celesteela, but Celesteela can't take multiple Thunderbolts and things like that, and it can't beat me. So he's gonna switch out. Does he go Suicune here? He's gonna go into Mount Lady. That's actually amazing because I potentially get rid of this thing's Assault Vest, which reduces its ability to switch into my oh dude, that does so much damage. He gets a stamina boost, which does give him a defense boost, but I've gotten rid of his Rindo Berry, which is a grass reduction berry. Okay, so no item on that, and he's sitting at about 60% with his stamina boost. I don't think Fire Blast kills from this range, so I don't think I stay in here. Fire Blast definitely does not kill. I'm assuming he's not actually that invested. It looks like about standard max HP, max attack. This is my play. I think I go Voltergeist here. I don't know if that baits in Kyurem again, but I think I have to do that. I think I have to go Voltergeist. I can't go Porygon because I can't break subs with Porygon. Although he can only sub like one more time, so if I start Ice, can I break 2? Actually, getting stamina boost on Porygon is really cool. That might be the idea. Hold on. How much do I do to Kyurem Black here? I do 22% with Ice Beam, so I don't break sub, but like, I don't think he can break me down. I'm gonna go Hard Drive here and get a stamina boost. Thanks. I'm gonna go Hard Drive here. I'm gonna get his stamina. if he decides to attack me, I get a stamina boost, which allows me to wall this thing further, and then I can start ice beaming. He goes for rest. Really surprised to see him have rest on this thing. He might be rest sleep talk, but honestly, it's not that bad because now I threaten him with potential ice beams and stuff, and he's sleeping, and he doesn't have an item to heal himself. So I think I'm just gonna go for the ice beam here. This keeps the Kyurem from coming in though. Porygon 2 is definitely one of our win conditions right now. And I have, like, Kyurem can come in, but it can't set up on me anymore because he's so low, unless he's Roost. If he's Roost Kyurem, that changes everything. If he's Roost Kyurem, that changes everything. So, if he's Roost Kyurem, I might just lose, to be honest. I don't know how I break through Roost Kyurem.
I was about to ask what you would do.
I don't know if he has the move pool.
You immediately go to giving up.
Well, I'm like, so every time he sends Kyurem in, I have to like throw resources at it to like try to weaken it and knock it out and get rid of its substitute. So if he is a set where he
can heal himself back up after all the whittling down.
Yeah, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
He's gonna switch out. Go Kyurem. That'd be great. He goes Coda. That's the Suicune. Okay, so he's okay. I don't see why I don't just Toxic. Well, he could have just gotten Toxic actually. I don't know why he did that, but. I know he's Steelium Z. He doesn't have reliable recovery. I get a crit and a freeze.
Ooh.
That's really nice. He can break out of the freeze though, so I have to keep that in mind. I think I just Thunderbolt though, because I don't think he's got the greatest switch-ins for that. I'm just gonna Thunderbolt for damage. I don't know if he's rest on this thing too, but Thunderbolt gives me damage against everything, including Kyurem, and I think that puts him out of Roost or sub range. And if he can't sub me, I can at least hit him with a Toxic. Because if he's out of sub range, I can just Toxic, and then he can't. He'll Roost, but he'll be Toxic, and then that reduces the ability for him to stall me out. So he's gonna go for the Scald. He does melt the ice, which is fine. So he gets out of the Scald. I'm hoping I don't get burned here. That does actually a good amount. He gets a crit. That's why I get the stamina boost, which is pretty sweet. And now I'm sitting at +1 defense. I get to go for the Thunderbolt here, and that's gonna do a pretty sizable chunk to this thing. Now he's in a situation where I can knock him out with another Thunderbolt. I don't know if I should just go for a Toxic, though. Don't think he goes Mudsdale here. I don't think he's going to be Rest Sleep Talk on this thing. Would he be Rest Sleep Talk? If he wants to switch into a Thunderbolt, he goes Mudsdale. Mudsdale's sleeping, so I definitely don't want a Toxic. Do I just Recover? Or do I just Thunderbolt and knock him out? I don't think he lets me knock him out here. I really don't see why he would let me knock him out here.
I'm playing too cautious.
Ice Beam for the Mudsdale would be nice. I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam, predicting Mudsdale coming in. He could rest. I don't know if he's rest on this thing too. If he is, like, he's got so many things with rest, that's gonna be really annoying. But I like the Ice Beam here, I think, because it hits everything coming in. He has rest. Gosh darn it, dude. This guy's got, like, he just brought, like, the bulkiest team. Like, we're probably gonna go to time, guys. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so I need to bring something in that can break this, but I don't really have any answers for that yet. I don't know if he's Sleep Talk, so at least there's that. I'm gonna just Thunderbolt here and just try to weaken him. Dude, rest is so annoying. Why does he have rest? So he's got 2 turns of sleep unless he's Sleep Talk. He's not Sleep Talk, so I get a Thunderbolt off. Does he go Mudsdale? He goes Gyro. That is the Electabuzz. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna Thunderbolt this thing. Alright, so you could have Focus Blast. My play here, 1,000,000%, is actually to Ice Beam, though, predicting the potential switch in from the Kyurem. So I'm gonna Ice Beam. He may have Toxic on this Electabuzz. He does have Toxic. Okay, so that's a big deal. Okay, so Electabuzz is Toxic. That's a big deal because he just reduced the effectiveness. I should have switched into Absol. I just have to break down that Kyurem. This is so ridiculous, trying to break down his team right now. Okay, so now I'm Toxic, so this is a problem. He likely Volt Switches here, and he likely Volt Switches into his Suicune, I think. So how do I break through that? I think I have to go Nihilego, and I have to start just going on the offensive. I'm going to go for Recover, and then I'm going to switch into Nihilego after this. I need to break through his team, and I need to do it with Nihilego. He's probably going to Volt Switch. Yep, he Volt Switches. Okay, so I'm going to get a Recover off here, which is going to allow me to live some hits later. He likely goes Suicune here, I'm thinking, or he goes Mudsdale, predicting the Ice Beam. If he goes Mudsdale, then I go into Do I go Rotom and just start clicking Hydro Pump? That's actually not a terrible idea. Okay, if he goes Mudsdale, I'm gonna go Rotom and start clicking Hydro Pump, because Rotom actually can break Suicune plus Mudsdale, so if he goes Suicune, I go Rotom too. He goes into the Mudsdale, okay. So, I'm gonna recover. Okay, so now I have to 100%, he's got 2 turns of sleep. I have to 100% go Rotom here. And the problem is, like, if he doubles into... I've been going on the offensive, so I really don't think he goes into Kyurem here, because he wants to set up a sub, so I'm gonna go Voltergeist. I don't think he goes Kyurem here. I really don't. And if he does, then I don't know how we get around that. We have to break his set with Porygon. But again, if he's Roost, then this team is just so bulky, dude. Like, this might be the first match I ever go to time on, guys. Like, in years. Just because his team is so bulky, he's probably gonna timer stall us. Okay, I'm gonna switch. Go into Voltergeist. I just hope he stays in and burns a turn of rest. He does. Okay, I get to Hydro Pump now. And he's gonna Sleep Talk. I don't care what he gets here. It's not gonna hurt. Hopefully he gets rest though. He gets Heavy Slam, doesn't do much. Okay. So now I 1,000,000% Hydro Pump here. So I'm really starting to see how Voltergeist is gonna be super key to winning this game. He's gonna have to play some switching games here with Suicune and Mudsdale. Does Mudsdale just die here if I go for Hydro Pump actually? I don't see why he stays in with Mudsdale. Thunderbolt to 2k on Suicune. I don't see why he stays in with Mudsdale here, because if I go and Hydro Pump him, we can knock him out. If I'm offensive, I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt, predicting the Suicune. Or the Electabuzz, either way. Okay. If he stays in, he stays in. It's whatever. Mudsdale can't touch me. I know he's Heavy Slam. I know he's likely a ground move, which can't hit me. Man, the rest is so annoying, dude. Like, rest Sleep Talk is so annoying. Like, when you bring 2 Pokemon with it.
Oh, they both had Sleep Talk?
I'm assuming the Suicune does, but he didn't stay in long enough. I think it probably has rest Sleep Talk, Ice Beam, Scald. I don't see why he stays in with Mudsdale here. When he has an Electabuzz, he can switch in. Or a Suicune. He switches out, so I get a Thunderbolt off on something. And it's gonna be the Gardevoir. So he brings in the Gardevoir now, and now he's gonna start to try to break the team. He's gonna Trace or Levitate, not a big deal. And I get a Thunderbolt off. Okay. And that does sizable damage actually. Like, that wasn't terrible. So unfortunately, I think, do I just go for the Thunderbolt again? I think I go into, I have to sack something here. I think I have to go into my Porygon, which I hate doing because I know he can 2-hit KO me if he hits a Focus Blast, but I think I have to go into Porygon here. I can't take the damage on Rotom. Rotom is too important to win this game because it actually can beat everything if he's not Roost Kyurem. This match is so frustrating, man. I hate playing against teams like this, but it's my own fault for not bringing enough like power.
I mean, it's a smart move on his part. He knew he had a bulky set to begin with, so he just...
Okay, so I trace Levitate back, that's fine. He is going to Mega Evolve, and he either goes for Hyper Voice or Focus Blast. I think he has to hit a Focus Blast to be able to knock me out, so I should be able to get at least an Ice Beam off, or a Toxic. He is going to go for the Hyper Voice. Okay, so we see that. He's sitting at about 65%. I think we can live another Hyper Voice, so I think I go for the Ice Beam here. It's gonna be close. If he knocks me out, it's fine. I go into Nihilego, and I have to just start attacking with Nihilego. So do I Toxic? He's got 2 Pokemon asleep. Yeah, both Pokemon are asleep. So I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam, I think, and just go for damage against this thing. And he's gonna knock us out here. He's gonna knock us out, I'm assuming. He goes for the Focus Blast, and he hits it, dude. Like, come on, man. I can't hit a Hurricane to save my life, but this dude hits a Focus Blast. Gardevoir kills P2 with Focus Blast. Okay. Alright, now I go into... Do I just pull the trigger on Nihilego here? I feel like I have to. I feel like I have to just go Nihilego, and I need him to not get the Sleep Talk that he needs, and I need to just hit HP Isis to win this game. Nihilego beats him once I get rid of Mudsdale. If I get rid of Mudsdale, Nihilego wins this game. I have to figure out how I beat Nihilego. And go... I go into Absol, I one-shot this thing, but he just goes into Mudsdale. I have to go in Nihilego. Okay. So Nihilego against Mudsdale, if he's not like especially bulky, I can 2-hit KO with HP Ice. So I'm gonna make a prediction that he's gonna switch out here, and I'm gonna go for the Hidden Power Ice, predicting the Mudsdale. We have to make a play to win this game, guys. At this point in the match, like for us to win this, I have to break something, and it's very, very unlikely that I'm going to be able to break his team down at this point. So we have to start making some pretty ridiculous predictions. So this is the first one. If I make any of them wrong, we pretty much lose. There's nothing I can do to break his team. The only way I break his team is with Nihilego. So I need to weaken this Mudsdale first. He's going to go into Mount Lady. That is the prediction we make. That is going to... This may be a 2-hit KO. It's going to be pretty darn close whether it 2-hit KOs him. I need this to be a 2-hit KO, though. And that's definitely not a 2-hit KO. Okay, so I have to hope that he does not roll a Heavy Slam here. I'm going to just go for the offensive. If he hits the Heavy Slam or a ground type move, we lose. So it's a 33% chance that he rests Sleep Talks into rest here, which would give us an opportunity to stay in this game. I have to make this prediction. I don't see how I get around it otherwise. I mean, I can go into... No, you know what? I'm going to go into Rotom. I'm gonna play it safe here. We still have another opportunity to whittle him down. If I go to Rotom here and I Hydro Pump, the Gardevoir isn't switching into that. No, I'm gonna keep this. I think it's still worth keeping this because now he's 2-hit KO'd from HP Ice at this point. I think this is the right play. I'm gonna save this thing. Nihilego is the only way to win this game, so I need to... If Nihilego gets one Beast Boost, we win. If I could weaken Mudsdale just a little bit more. Oh, man. I don't know if he's going to gamble the rest right now. He knows he has to get rest and he has to get something that's not Sleep Talk. So I think this is his last turn of sleep. So he's going to switch. Okay, so I could have HP Ice again, but he goes into Ingenium. Okay, that's the Celesteela. So he predicted the HP Ice and the Celesteela, which is pretty crazy. So I can freely Volt Switch here, I think, but he's faster. So I think I Hydro Pump. Because his switch in here would be the Mudsdale. I don't think he can do anything. I'm going to Hydro Pump. He hasn't shown a Grass move yet. I'm Hydro Pumping. I'm going to Hydro Pump. I already picked it. I don't know if he predicts and goes into Mudsdale or not. He switches out. Go Mudsdale. He goes into Gyro. Okay, that's fine. I hit a Hydro Pump here. Come on, don't miss. Sweet. Okay, this weakens the Electabuzz and puts him in another Hydro Pump range. Okay. I'm going to... I can just Hydro Pump again. He's not going to go Mudsdale. He likely Volt Switches and goes Suicune, I think. I still think I Hydro Pump. He could go Kyurem here, which is the problem. Do I Volt Switch myself, actually? He gets the faster Volt Switch off, and then he goes into Suicune predicting the Hydro Pump, or he goes into Kyurem. I'm going to Volt Switch. He could Volt Switch, go Kyurem. I think Volt Switch is my play. I don't think he does anything other than Volt Switch. And if he does, I go into Absol. So... Or actually, I go Nihilego. He's going to set Light Screen. You got to be kidding me, dude. Why do you have Light Screen? That's annoying. That's annoying, because that stops my Nihilego from beating him. Okay, he's sitting at like 15%. So I knock him out with anything I go into. So I have to go Absol. Can Absol beat the Suicune? I think I just go Absol. He's got 5 turns of screen, so I have to figure out how to stop the 5 turns of screens. Like, he could just go Mudsdale here, though, which is super annoying. Do I Fire Blast? But that's not going to make a difference. I'm going to go for the knockoff. I have to go for knockoff here. This team is so frustrating to face. Like, looking at my team, though, like, I don't even know what I could have done to break through it. Like, Bulu can't break through his team because of the Celesteela. And, like, normally I would say Bulu breaks through his team, but I just can't. Heatran was Scarfed. Nihilego is kind of like supposed to be my breaker, but I can't get through Mudsdale. And Celesteela is tough to break through too, because I have to hit 2 T-Bolts. I have to get a Stamina boost somehow, or Beast Boost. He's gonna just save this thing, and he goes into Kodo, which is the stupid Suicune, dude. Like, this thing is so annoying, and I know knockoff does nothing. Okay, I have to go Rotom again. I hate matches like this. They're so frustrating, dude. It's just like you just switch between stally Pokemon, stally Pokemon, stally Pokemon.
Yeah, just until it goes to time.
That's exactly what's gonna happen. Like, you know, I just can't break through his team without any wall breakers. So I go Rotom here. If he doubles into Kyurem, you know, at this point it is what it is. He's got all these screens, so I'm just trying to stall the screen. So he's gonna, does he Sleep Talk? He does Sleep Talk. Can you just get rest, dude? I could use a little bit of luck here. That'd be great. He gets rest. Cool. Okay, so now I can threat him with Thunderbolt at least. Thunderbolt looks like it probably kills the Electabuzz. I don't want to Volt Switch. I'm gonna Thunderbolt. He likely just wakes up and goes for rest though, which is super stupid, but at least I'm wearing down his screens. At least I'm wearing down his screens. Like, screens Electabuzz. This is like the most frustrating match I think I've played in like a long time. Because there's nothing there's just nothing I can do at this point. Like, he needs to make a mistake for me to be able to win this game. And like all he has to do is just continuously like click rest on his 2 bulky Pokemon, and I can't break through them. Like, the way I win this game is with Nihilego. Nihilego needs to get a Beast Boost. I need to weaken the Celesteela a little bit. Like, there's so many things that still need to happen for me to win this game, and I haven't had the opportunity to do that. Because he just like and like it's a viable strategy. Like, I'm not hating on him for doing it. It's just annoying to face. Like, this is gonna do like 20%. Yeah, it does nothing. He likely just rests again. Oh, he's actually still sleeping. Okay. But he's gonna wake up and just rest. Can you get rest again? That'd be cool. Thanks. Calm Mind. You gotta be kidding me. He's Calm Mind, dude. Now we really are done. Now we're really done. Because now I have to go into... I have to Volt... How many turns left of screen? This is his last turn of screen.
Yeah, this is turn 3.
Okay. No, this is the last turn. Alright, I'm gonna Volt Switch. I have to go Bulu, and I have to just start attacking with Bulu. I have to break with Bulu here, but Bulu can't break Celesteela, dude, which is so frustrating. If I had Nature's Madness, it might be a little different, but like I don't even know what Superpower does to Celesteela. It probably does nothing, dude. %, dude, it does nothing. How do I win this game? How do I win this game? At least I know he's mono attacking, which is nice. So, Calm Minds, Sleep Talk, Scald, Rest. Okay.
Is it time to bring in your Bulu?
No, I don't know. I don't know.
Just gamble with it. You said he's the wall breaker. There's only one mon you need to worry about.
Okay, we have to make a prediction here. I don't see how this is gonna go well, but we'll give it a try. This is annoying because he's gonna just get recovery now too. Stupid. He wakes up and goes for Scald. Okay, at least he didn't rest again. All right, I immediately threat. Please don't burn me, dude. If you burn me, this game's over. There it is. Dude, I can't believe this game, man. This is so frustrating. Like, just so stupid, dude. It was like it's not even like. It's so annoying, dude. So annoying. There's like a huge part of me that just wants to run from this game. I'm not going to. I'm gonna predict the Celesteela, and I'm gonna go into. I'm gonna predict the Celesteela. I'm gonna go into Rotom here, and I'm gonna try to pull myself back in this game somehow. I don't know how. It's gonna go to time, guys. This is. I'm sorry that you have to watch this. I don't want to play this game right now. I'm so frustrated. So stupid, dude. Like I said, I'm not mad at Christian. He brought a team that was viable, and I didn't have enough wall breakers to break through his team. But playing games like this are so incredibly dumb. So incredibly dumb. Just so stupid. And now, like, I'm burned, so that's another thing. It's just great. So, I'm assuming he goes Celesteela here. I have to go Rotom. If Rotom can kill, like, one thing, I can potentially get back in this with Nihilego. I have to weaken the Celesteela, though. I don't think he's going to let me. He's not going to let me weaken the Celesteela, though. And honestly, like, he's taking so much time for his moves, you know? Like, at what point is it like, okay, he's, like, working the clock, too, you know? Yeah, the only... Tell me he stayed in, dude. If he stays in, I'm gonna just, like, lose it. There's no way he stayed in, dude. Okay, he switched out. Likely in a Celesteela. Yep, okay, here comes Celesteela. Again, I can't break this thing, which is super annoying. But now something dies at least. I think I Hydro Pump. Do I Hydro Pump? Yeah, Hydro Pump. Okay. Something should die here at least. Like, he likely goes... If he goes Suicune, I can beat it with Hydro Pump plus Thunderbolt. If he goes Mudsdale, like, it's killed by Hydro Pump. If he goes Electabuzz, he gets killed by Hydro Pump. If he goes Gardevoir, it might die to Hydro Pump. It's going to be close. If he goes Kyurem, he is probably going to live it and be close to being able to substitute. I think his best play is going Kyurem here. I don't know if he would make that play, though, because he probably fears Volt Switch. Dude, this timer, man, it's so frustrating because I have like basically like 7-8 turns left because he's gonna run timer down. He stays in and autotomizes. Why are you staying in and autotomizing, dude? I don't understand that play, but okay. Unless he has Giga Drain or whatever. Okay, so we did like 40% to him. Okay, I need to hit a Thunderbolt here. Do I Thunder Wave him? I Thunder Wave him. He may have Grass Giga Drain, but it won't one-shot me. And if I Thunder Wave him, that at least gives me an opportunity to go Nihilego. Okay, I see our opening now. He's got Seed Bomb. I should live this. I'm defensive. I should live this. Yeah, we ate that, dude. That did nothing. Okay, and I get a Thunder Wave off, so he's paralyzed. Just please don't run the clock on me, dude. Okay. Do I Hydro Pump or do I Thunderbolt? I think I Hydro Pump. Neither of us benefit from the grassy terrain right now. I think I Hydro Pump. I could miss though. I don't think he goes... Does he go Mudsdale here on the Hydro? Why would he go Mudsdale? I'm gonna Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt should kill the Electabuzz, I believe, at this range. It was pretty low, yeah. He autotomizes again. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad. Seed Bomb's not touching me. I have to hit this Thunderbolt here. And before he has rest on this thing too, dude. Oh, he's got a Wakan Berry. Okay, that explains that. So he's been holding the Wakan Berry this whole time, but that still puts him in potential Hydro Pump range. It's super close whether he's in Hydro Pump range or not. I don't know what the better play is here. Whether I Hydro Pump or whether... Because if Hydro Pump doesn't kill... That's a problem. I think he's in Hydro Pump range. So... Do I Thunderbolt again? He's gonna attack me. I'm gonna Thunderbolt because I need to knock him out. After all this autotomizing, I think he just lets this thing go down at this point. I really doubt he switches out. But he might. He Seed Bombs. I should live this like no problemo. We ate the Seed Bomb last time. Yep, we eat it again. And we're gonna knock him out with Thunderbolt. Okay, we get rid of one thing. Rotom kills Celesteela. The T-Bolt. Yeah, that doesn't matter. He would have been dead either way. But okay, Rotom actually looks really good right now. But he goes into Kyurem now and sets Substitute again. If he sets up a Substitute, I think I just lose, dude. But maybe though. Maybe I still have Bulu. Bulu can break through Kyurem. If I can just weaken. He's so close. I think he goes Kyurem. I think he's if he has Roost, then it's over anyway because he just Roosts on me. But I think he goes Achacho. That wasn't the Kyurem. That's the Gardevoir. Okay, I think I sack off Bulu here. I think I sack off Bulu here. Yeah, I sack off Bulu here. It's gonna set Terrain again. But you know what? This could actually be really big because the Terrain could allow Nihilego to somehow live a hit from Mudsdale because of the Terrain. I don't know if that's gonna be how this goes, but it may. That could be big. I'm gonna live whatever hit he goes for. He's gonna Trick Room. What? Okay, that's not the end of the world though, because he can't switch in on me. Okay, this isn't the end of the world, and I should be faster. Why is he Trick Room Gardevoir? He was trying to give Mudsdale a chance to win this game. Okay. I would hammer here, 100%. 100% would hammer. I know I'm burned, which stinks so bad that I'm burned, but I would hammer here.
The grassy terrain?
No.
Close enough? Or
No. Burn cuts your attack in half. He hyper voice. I'm definitely living this. I think I still knock him out with wood hammer though. I live. And this is good. I should die to my own wood hammer here, which is nice. And I don't knock him out. Gosh, darn it, darn. Okay, so Bulu dies to wood hammer recoil. Okay, now I go into, I think I go Voltergeist, and I hope that I'm not fast, that I'm faster in Trick Room, that he's not min speed Gardevoir. I don't see why he'd be min speed Gardevoir, but I have to hope for that. I'm going to Thunderbolt and just hope that he's not min speed Gardevoir. I don't know why he would run min speed Gardevoir though. I really don't. I know he's Trick Room, but I just don't see that being the case. Come on, Walter, guys. I should be faster in Trick Room. I don't know why he said Trick Room for Mudsdale, but... Ah, dude, he is min speed Gardevoir. I don't think I'm living this. Nope. That was big. There's nothing I can do there. There's nothing I can do there. This Trick Room, dude. I have to go Reaper here, and I have to Sucker Punch and knock him out. Dude, Trick Room Gardevoir, come on, dude. Like, what is that? I have to Sucker Punch here. Oh, dude, I really thought we might have been able to pull this back. Like, why is he has to be like a negative speed nature Gardevoir. Like, what is that? Sucker Punch knocks him out, okay. Absol kills Gardevoir with Sucker Punch. Okay, so I can still win this game with Nihilego, but I need Trick Room to switch around. I need to get a kill with Nihilego, and I need to somehow beat this Mudsdale, which I just don't see how I'm doing. I don't see how I beat Mudsdale right now. How do I beat Mudsdale? How do I beat this thing? I just don't see how I can beat it with 7 minutes to go. He goes into Coda, which is the Suicune. He's likely gonna rest. You know what though? That's actually probably a good thing. He is still asleep with Mudsdale. He likely goes for rest here, or yeah, he's gonna rest. Rest makes a lot of sense. Okay, I'm making a play into Nihilego right now. I gotta make a play in Nihilego here. I can take Scalds from this thing because I know, like, I just know I can lift Scalds. And Sludge Wave does like half. Thunderbolt does more though, so I probably have to Thunderbolt. He likely rests. Like, it just makes sense for him to rest. Because he's gonna be faster than me, so he rests, and then I get 2 turns of him sleeping, which means Nihilego comes in and it gets to click Thunderbolt. But he could make plays into Mudsdale, so that's tricky. I think I have to go for Sludge Wave instead, and just hope he's not. No, he's gonna be max HP. If he gets Calm Mind up though, then I definitely lose. This is the last turn I Trick Room though. Just don't run me to time. Like, if you're gonna beat me, like, beat me. Just don't run me to time. He goes for rest. Of course he does. Of course he goes for rest. Like, why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he go for rest? Obviously. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to go for Thunderbolt. He's gonna take the Thunderbolt and likely try to Sleep Talk a Scald, and then I need to predict the Mudsdale and go for Hidden Power Ice. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how this is gonna go. So I'm gonna Thunderbolt. I have to Thunderbolt here because it 2-hit KOs him. I need him to Sleep Talk either Rest or Scald, and preferably Scald doesn't burn. I know I can live the Scald though. I don't think he goes Nihilego here. I don't think he would go Nihilego here. Or, I mean, Mudsdale. Don't you dare timer stall me, Christian. If I can get 1 Beast Boost, man, we win this game. If I can get 1 Beast Boost, we win this game. I feel like he just stays in. I don't know why he would switch here. Don't run me out of time, dude. He switches. Did he go Mudsdale, dude? Todoroki. Okay. Okay. I can dig that. I can dig that play. That gives me a middle ground where I can probably HPS knock him out here. It's close. Does HPS kill? It's a resisted hit. I don't think it does. I think I have to Sledge Wave. HPS is 26 to 32. I don't think it kills. You have to Sledge Wave. Come on, don't run me to time, dude. Give me a chance at least. Don't run me to time. Dude, if I Sledge Wave there, that would have been huge, but don't run me to time, dude. Oh, come on. He's gonna run me to time, dude. He's gonna run me to time. This game is gonna come down to, this is gonna be so close, dude. I get a beast boost. It gives me a special attack boost. But if he just sits here and just runs out the clock, he wins the game. And if he's gonna play that way, it's gonna be so frustrating. Like, this game right now comes down to whether or not I can kill the Mudsdale. That's what this game is right now, is can I kill Mudsdale with Nihilego? And if I kill Mudsdale with Nihilego, I win this game. If I don't run out of time. But, like, he can go Mudsdale here and then switch out into Suicune, predicting the HP Ice. So I feel like when Mudsdale comes in, I almost have to go for a Sludge Wave. Predicting. He goes into Gyro. So what? Oh, he goes into Electabuzz. Okay. Oh, Electabuzz is faster than me. I just realized he's going to set up a screen. Okay, I'm going to Sludge Wave. I have to. He's probably going to set up a light screen, though. That was probably a pretty good play on his part, actually. This game is gonna go to time. I'm gonna call it right now. That's infuriating. Yep. Yep, he officially wins from time now. If he stalls out the time, which he's going to. If for some reason I'm faster than his Electabuzz, that would be amazing. I don't think I'm going to be, but if I am, then I 100% win the game.
Yeah,
if the timer doesn't go out. You gotta be kidding me, dude. It's supposed to be a fun league, man. I'm so salty right now. I'm so salty right now. There's no way he needed the full 90 seconds for this move, dude. There's no way he needs the full 90 seconds for this move. He's gonna, like, come on. Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. Like, seriously. He's gonna switch out, go Mudsdale now. Nope, he goes Suicune. But now he's gonna keep switching around and just run out clock, dude. Like, this game, I win this game right now. I win this game right now if the timer doesn't run out. This is such nonsense, dude. If he doesn't run the timer out, I win the game. Like, indisputable now. Indisputable, I win this game if the timer doesn't run out. Like, 100%. Sludge Wave kills this thing. Sludge Wave plus HP Ice kills Mudsdale on the switch in. Sludge Wave kills Electabuzz. There's nothing he can do about it. This game is over, but he's gonna run the timer out, dude. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Don't you dare, Christian. I know he's going to. Stupid. This is stupid. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this match. For the last 20 seconds, you can just watch the screen and the countdown as he doesn't pick a move until the last second. I cannot believe he did that. I'm very, very frustrated. Don't send any hate his way. Don't send any hate his way, please. But I really felt like he ran the timer on me, and I just don't think that was right to do. because this game is over. Like, very clearly, I win this game if the timer doesn't run out right now. And I get that's part of Pokemon, but look, Sludge Wave 2, it KOs him and the timer runs out. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Such nonsense, man. Such nonsense. Congratulations to Christian. Thanks for the match, dude. Thank you guys for watching. My name is Dan. I'll go by aDrive. I'm gonna catch you guys next time. Bye. All right, guys. I just wanted to put a little video here at the end of the match. I was incredibly salty and very frustrated about that match, but that's how Pokemon goes sometimes, guys. Please do me a favor. Do not send any hate to Christian. That is just gonna look incredibly bad on yourself and on the aDrive army. Just show him nothing but love. He played the game the way he needed to play it to win that game. There was nothing in our rules that said he couldn't do what he did, and he did win the game. So all fair and square, man. Him and I talked about it. We're good. No issues. I was very salty though, so I apologize for letting that kind of get the best of me in what's supposed to be a fun league. It's all good, man. We're sitting at 3-1. We're feeling pretty good, and we'll move on to next week and hopefully come out with a W next week. But again, good game to Christian. I wish him the best moving forward. I'm glad he's in the league, and I do apologize for a little bit of salt there. Show him some love, please, guys. Nothing but love his way. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Peace.